Bob, Mom.
I'm Diane Berger. I graduated from Valparaiso University, majoring in elementary education. I have known Bob his entire life. I am privileged to be his mother. What was Bob like when he was a young boy? He was very musical. Even before he was born, he was very rhythmical. When he would kick me in the womb, it would be in such perfect rhythm that his grandmother predicted that he would be a drummer boy someday. And of course, that prediction did come true. He liked me to rock him in the rocking chair and to sing to him. And it wasn't too long before he started humming along. At 10 months, he hummed Jingle Bells while he walked with an ornament in his hand which played that tune. He loved to spin lids to my pots and pans. He would be in the kitchen with me and get one lid spinning, and then he would get a second one spinning, and so on until he had all my lids spinning on my kitchen floor. It would keep him busy, though, for quite some time. He was very mechanical. He always wanted to find out how things worked. He was very logical. We could reason with him. And he was very obedient, which we as parents really appreciated. He loved to eat. And he referred to the moon as a cookie in the sky. In closing, I'd like to direct my remarks to Bob and Stacy. In Genesis, God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." That's where you come into the picture, Stacy. You will be Bob's crown, and you will be worth far more than rubies. You can make him greater than he is right now by standing by him and loving him and encouraging him. Remember that a male's greatest need is to be respected and admired. His greatest fear is being controlled. Tell him how proud you are of him. Bob, remember that a female's greatest need is to be loved. Her greatest fear is being used. So tell Stacy, "I love you," at least once every day. Seek to meet each other's needs. Communicate with each other and the Lord. Concentrate on each other's strengths, not weaknesses. May God grant both of you a blessed marriage, and may all of your troubles be little ones.
Anyone else like to share something?
I'm Mr. Rogers. Mr. McFeely has brought them in. Did I make your night? Maybe I should fill you in a little bit on the background of Bob, too. He's been interested in computers and math and that sort of thing a long time. They're really my interests, too. It's been nice having a son with the same interests that I have. He's gotten a lot deeper into it than I have, that's for sure. I think I know he was in 3rd grade, about 8 years old, when I had to work quite a few Saturdays in an office where there was a computer. A rather primitive accounting machine, really, but it was programmable. And I programmed in something there that he could review his math facts on that. It would ring a bell and flash the lights whenever he got one right. And he just loved that. And after a little while, he kind of wondered, well, how do you make it do that? And so I started showing him how to program that. And it wasn't long, and he was making it do all kinds of things. And little did I know, he was programmed. I didn't even know. I didn't know what I was doing either. But, he was programming that machine in machine language, and really was giving him a good background on how a computer works. And we found out later he was getting kind of bored in school. And I thought, why not get him one of these home computers? And just at that time, the Model 1 of Radio Shack TRS-80s came out. And I got him one of those when he was at the end of the 4th or beginning of 5th grade. And I told him, now here's the instruction book. You start with chapter 1 and go on through. Well, he wouldn't do that. He started at the back of the book. Oh, I want to do that. He'd try that. It didn't work very well. But I think after a little while, he was through that whole book and knew the whole book very well. Then he was trying to teach me how to run that thing. He was ahead of me by 6th grade or so. And ever since then, he's been helping me a lot. And I learned a lot. I learned that you shouldn't read manuals from the beginning to the end. So I've been operating my life that way. But he told me a couple weeks ago, I learned a lot from that time you gave me that book. I should have gone from beginning to end. He switched. I think I learned the wrong thing. But anyway, ever since that time, he's really been a help to me, and I appreciate that. He's done lots of things with me at home. He's a good plumber, an electrician, a carpenter, a painter, anything you need to keep the house up. And I think that's going to be a real blessing for you. And I guess if I had any advice to someone who's getting married, from experience and from what I've read and things, I think one thing is most important, and that is communication. Communication with each other. I can't think of a time when there's been conflict where it doesn't go back to a time when there wasn't good communication. There was a misunderstanding. And I also found out that whenever a misunderstanding or a conflict is resolved, it happens when there is lots more communication. So I think that's very important, and I guess my prayer for you tomorrow and for the rest of your lives is that you will communicate with each other effectively and also stay in communication with God.
Thank you everyone for sharing.